So a big picture when a golfer starts is where most golfers struggle is because of misperception of how a golf club works, how the ball gets in the air, and so right now I'm just going to show you some visual things to help you kind of see things differently. Instinctively, you saw the club trying to get underneath it, and the loft of the club, which is the part here, is a scooping thing trying to get underneath it. The golf swing is just a circle, and on that circle we're on this downward path to this ball. And the bottom of that circle is about 4, if we're hitting the ball off the ground, it's about 4 inches in front. So we're going to hit the ball on a descending blow to that angle to there. So we're always on this downward feeling. So if somebody's trying to get underneath it, they'll see it completely different. They'll see it as trying to get under the ball and hit up. And to do that motion, you would have to overdo your wrist and flexion, which you'll see in your swing. And we're to think of it as playing leverage, or better known as hockey for you. So we're always heading down to the ball. So he's on this downward path. And just think of that bag. If we hit, we're playing leverage to something. At this point, you would see more like how would you hit, be in a sense of hockey and how you're doing it. The power comes from, just like in hockey, from the ground. Meaning we're pushing off the ground as a force. That moves your core, and your arms are swinging this club downward, and the wrists are passive. This club's in this hinging position. It's set up, and it will naturally unhinge if you have a good grip. It just unhinges naturally in the process. You'll see over here in slow motion, you'll see the club is going to hit this down. This club is pointing up. Every club has a different angle up, from a lofted to a lower. This one's probably right around here. It's going to hit that ball in that face. That compression sends the ball up that red line. That's why the balls go. There's a compression, and each club has a unique face to hit it up different heights. You'll see this club still continues to a downward place as the ball goes up. This shaft is leaning this way, and that's important because that's the leaning shaft here, or applying leverage just as you would be in hockey. So we're always going down. You'll see him hit the ball, and you're going to see him take a divot here. It means that club is driving downward. We will hit the ground after impact in the clubs. The shorter ones will make a bigger hole after, but the divots is part of the process. So it's really just get the feeling you're compressing and letting that club release. And all the power in golf, just like in hockey, will be from working from the ground down. When you use your swing, you'll see here in a second. And we'll do another slow motion. The sweet spot where all this compression is, if somebody instinctively thinks the club gets underneath the ball, then they would think the sweet spot's there. But you can see this thing's contacting there. So you see the sweet spot is up high, because that's the way these shafts are built. The clubs are built to hit the sweet spot. That compression, the ball just bounces off the face. And that's why we get compression and loft on a golf club. So we're always on a downward blow to hit. Like I said, most golf swings, people struggle because they think golf is hard because their perception of how a golf club works. So how they're trying to do it is almost impossible. That's why they struggle. But once you understand how the club works, put your athletic side inside and work a little bit on some little fundamentals, and you'll find out the success, and you will go pretty quickly here. Because of your be able to do all these other sports, you'll learn to apply your kinetic energy correctly. So let's go over here and look at your swing where we started and the drills we did. So your natural swing is over here on the first swing. So as you grip, you will see this is your scooping. This is you trying to figure out how to get underneath that ball and lift it, which is very common. It's what everyone does when they first see it, because I perceive that club as a scooper. You see your right wrist is going to flexion. This is going to extension. Your weight can't really move, and your shoulders and energy are heading up. So the opposite of that, once we have the grip here, the extender, you see this white ball is pointing up, and then you're sending energy toward the bag, and that thing extends down. And that gives you that sense we're sending energy down to the ball, or down to the, not trying to get under it, but send energy down. You'll see how your hips and legs start moving and swinging this way instead of the lifting. as we see a job in our head, we're people are carrying out the job that they see in their head. So we're just changing what the job is. And let's see. And this is you hitting the bag. Again, with the grip. This thing had the grip on there, and I just told you to hit the bag. So in a sense, you're now just applying leverage to something. And this is instinctively someone trying to get underneath and lift. If we go back to so let's look at a different pro. This is Jon Rahm. Again, look at it in a sense right from here as hockey. So you're playing leverage, not lift. And when you're hitting the bag, you look more similar like you're playing leverage. You have more of these, what we call the angles here for leverage, meaning this hand is in flexion. This hand stays in extension, and there's leverage going here. So that's how you have to see the golf swing, is a leverage feeling and not a lift feeling. Your hands will learn to just kind of just react to that. The strong instinct you're going to have when you start is your instinct will still to get the ball up in the air, but as you do these drills and you start getting that feel that you'll feel the power coming from the compression, not so much from trying to lift.